Nothing is wrong with Stasis, and everybody needs to stop acting like Stasis is broken or overpowered. I'm not going to say it's perfect, obviously there are a few problems here and there, but those are a matter of opinions. I'm not talking about specific abilities like Shatter Dive or the Warlock Melee or whatever is the new topic of being quote-unquote broken. I'm simply talking about the concept of freezing and being frozen. There are a few ways of being frozen: being directly hit with an instant freeze ability or being hit with multiple slowing abilities. Being frozen then stops your movement and non-super ability cast potential. So I ask you, why did you get frozen in the first place? It was all because of what you did, because that's all it comes down to. The only thing Stasis did was add a new rule set into the game, and you failed to read those new rules. You continue playing the game as if Stasis was not a thing. You continue to ape around corners with Fellwinter's Lie without even considering that there are now exists counterplay to this. You stand still hard scoping a lane with a sniper and assume you can just dodge when you take damage. I'm sorry you aren't smart enough to realize that some people are building with steel while you're standing there with lumber and nails. The game has changed, and there's no going back. You say you want more focus on gameplay, all that sounds to me is that you don't want to have to rub your brain cells together to learn something new. While we're here, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button? There's a divide in the community stronger now than ever before, and it's all because of Stasis. There are those who want balance based on a handful of arbitrary values, and those who want depth in builds. Those two things cannot exist in Destiny 2. Bungie has been very clear that they will not be entirely separate the PvP and PvE environments. Because of this, balance and depth are diametrically opposed viewpoints. You cannot logically hold the belief that the game can be balanced and offer vast depth at the same time, for one requires the other to be reduced. For those who believe in balance, all you have to do is look back in vanilla D2. Double primaries, static roll weapons, skill trees were cut down to leave behind stumps, and the skill ceiling removed. That was the most balanced the game had ever been. And you know what? If you like that, then you don't like Destiny, because that was just Call of Duty with a different name. If you want Destiny 2 to go back to the style of game, I personally don't want you to play this game anymore, because Bungie clearly is taking Destiny 2 in a more ability-focused direction. The experiment of balancing Destiny 2 was a complete and total failure. Nothing good came of it. In fact, to this day, Bungie is still spending time and money to repair the things they broke. Look no further than Iron Banner. I only see two directions the game is headed in with respect to abilities. Direction A is that Stasis is the strongest of the darkness subclasses we are getting, and that's why it was the first as to get all the angst out of people for the future darkness subclasses. Or Direction 1, where Stasis is only the tip of the iceberg, and the new subclasses are only going to ramp up from here. So if you're one of the people who wants a balanced PvP experience, in Case A, you're already past the peak. But in Case 1, you've got rough seas ahead. If I were you, I would make a decision now whether or not you want to batten down the hatches or if you want to jump ship. Because when Witch Queen comes around, you're going to be back here with non-stop complaining about how this or that is broken, or that PvP and PvE should be completely separate. Look, I get it, you fell in love with this game, but it's never going to be a competitive PvP game. With things like bullet magnetism, aim assist, peer-to-peer connection, and many more issues, it's just never going to happen. When people don't take PvP as serious, it actually becomes much more enjoyable. In fact, if you didn't know that the PvP in Halo started as a little side project and was never a major design of Halo, then you might be surprised since Halo is essentially known for its PvP experience. But that only happened because a couple of guys wanted to have fun shooting each other. And that's the entire point of this video. If you don't enjoy Destiny with Stasis, then stop playing Destiny. There are tons of other shooters that have much bigger competitive scenes.